Good morning. Welcome to your 15 Daily Operations Weather Briefing. We have some active weather across the region currently in a lightning warning. Those storms are moving off the coast. Taking a quick look at the radar imagery with the lightning overlaid on that radar, you can see the showers and thunderstorms we had in the area about 20 minutes ago are continuing to move off the coast, and we'll see that throughout the morning hours. Should be able to cancel this warning and advisory here fairly soon. Still seeing some showers across the region, so looks like we'll have a few more showers in the area until about 9 o'clock, and then afterwards only a slight chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms until we get into the afternoon and evening hours today. But you can see those showers and thunderstorms rolling through the area this morning, and they'll continue to move off the coast. Taking a look at our current surface analysis, we have an area of low pressure that's going to be moving just west of our region today, a warm front that's going to be tracking near the area as well. That's going to give us our chances of showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening hours today. So our current observation of broken deck at 600 feet, overcast deck at 1,200 feet. We have 4-mile statute visibility with light rain with a thunderstorm. Our winds out of the east at 9 knots, temperature 54 degrees, and relative humidity at 90%. So taking a look at our satellite imagery, you can see we do have a good amount of cloud cover across the region this morning. Seeing a area of thunderstorms moving off the Carolina coast out to sea. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms across our region associated with a boundary moving through this morning. And taking a look at the HRM model for today, you can see those showers and thunderstorms moving off the coast and continuing out to sea. And then we once move into noontime, into the afternoon hours, you can see possibility of seeing a few breaks of sunshine or breaks in the clouds for a few peaks of sunshine across the region for the mid to late afternoon hours. And if that does occur, we'll see a bit more heating across the region, especially central Delmarva. Looking like we're going to have good heating across the Tidewater region today, and that looks like the best spot for severe storms is Tidewater and just south, as they'll be looks like in the upper 70s, the lower 80s across that region. We'll be stuck in the lower 60s here just along the coast today. But as we move into, this is 5 and then 6 and 7 o'clock this evening. The HRM model is a little bit slower than most models, so expecting a good chance of showers and thunderstorms by about 5 to 6 o'clock this evening. And some of those could be strong to severe, even across the Delmarva Peninsula. And here's 8 o'clock. You can see that line of storms broken in general moving through the area. But some of those could be severe, especially if that warmer air is able to move a bit farther north than the models are projecting right now. And we'll continue to monitor that for today. But the Storm Prediction Center does have us in a marginal risk today, and with a slight risk just off to our south. And with that, we could be seeing any watches across the region issued by the Storm Prediction Center today, but most likely just south of the region. Looking at the 3-kilometer NAM model and showing those storms moving off the coast this morning, and then for the afternoon hours, looking like we're going to have a good amount of low clouds today, so some sprinkles or drizzle across the region possible. But the 3-kilometer here really doesn't develop that second batch of rainfall or those thunderstorms, possibly severe. So we'll continue to monitor that. Models are still indecisive of whether this warm front is able to move farther north today and giving us that heating needed for the thunderstorms that would produce possibly severe weather. And looking at the Storm Prediction Center and where their slight risk is today, as I mentioned, highlighted just south of our region, marginal risk across the Wallops region as well as across central Delmarva, and seeing that they do have a 5% chance of tornado risk across the Tidewater, and that does look like the best location for any severe storms today, as well as some enhanced wind probabilities across that region as well. So looking at the risk chart for today, we did have lightning when this forecast was issued within 10 nautical miles. Looks like that has moved out of the region, and we'll see most likely green conditions for our lightning this morning. A slight chance of a thunderstorm this afternoon, then better chances, looking like 60 to 70% chances of thunderstorms, especially after 1600 local this afternoon into the evening hours. Should see a high later on this afternoon around 64 degrees, especially once we see the winds briefly switch out of the south-southwest to southwest, and should see those temperatures briefly rise into the lower to mid-60s for the late afternoon into the early evening hours. Our low tonight will be around 48 degrees. We'll see southeasterly winds becoming more gusty later this morning, possibly gusting as high as 25 knots into the early afternoon hours. Then should see those winds, die down out of the south to southwest, 8 to 13 knots, gusting to 17 knots. And once we move into the evening hours and the late evening hours, we'll see some post-cold frontal cold air advection winds, and that's going to give us some gusts in the low 20s. So some fairly breezy conditions during that time. Then we'll see winds settle down by tomorrow morning west at 5 to 10 knots. And the best chance of rainfall here, highlighted with the red for today, will be between 1,600 and 20 local for this afternoon, the evening hours, and then they'll continue on during the late evening hours into the early overnight hours tonight with the chances of some showers. Thunderstorm chances will end most likely around 2,100 local. We'll see a slight chance of some sprinkles tomorrow morning. Otherwise, should see some dry conditions for Friday morning. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, very involved this morning. Lots of low clouds across the region today. We'll see a 20% chance of a thunderstorm picking back up after 1,400 local till 1,600 local, then a 70% chance of thunderstorms after 1,600 local till 2,100 local, and then we'll just see a chance of some rain showers till about midnight. Chance of low clouds overnight as well, so could see some mist if you're out overnight. For our Friday morning, going to see a broken deck around 6,000 feet with another disturbance moving through with that slight chance of a brief rain shower. Our tides are slightly above normal currently, and looking at Friday through Saturday, Friday partly to mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower and a very slight chance of a thunderstorm, breezy during the afternoon. We'll see a high of 62 for Friday night, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of a shower and a very slight chance of thunderstorm during the evening, then partly to mostly cloudy overnight, a low of 45. And for Saturday, partly cloudy in the morning, becoming mostly cloudy in the afternoon and evening with a slight chance of a brief rain shower. Be slightly breezy as well. We'll see highs in the upper 50s, lower 60s right now, around 59 degrees expected. And we're going to see yellows for our precipitation from Friday through Saturday. Slight chances expected, so around 20-25%. And most likely would stay dry throughout this time period. Just can't rule out a brief sprinkle to shower across the region for all three of these time periods. Well, that's going to complete our 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back at 10 o'clock and look next 7 days.